Okay, see, I had a gut feeling they would say something like this. I don't know. Is this Lucy letting me know that she's buried down the road of where she once lived? Lucy, is this confirming that you were buried down the road of where you once lived? Your last location, perhaps, of where you once lived? I just ended it, and these are the two things it said: name and you're scared of me, and then it said I'm buried down the road. So Lucy, are you confirming that you know that you were buried down the road of the home of where you once lived? You can light up, like I said, one of those capitals to confirm. I'm sure that the viewer would be happy to hear that you're trying to let her know where you are buried. Maybe you finally asked around up there in the world of heaven to get the answer. Or maybe you're being given the memory of that. Beside. So you're beside the home? Or the road beside your home? So basically, let's just say, this is your home, and just like over here is a road, and you're like over here. Or maybe this is the road, and you're over here. So you're like home, burial, road. So just before the road. You're beside the road. That's basically what she's trying to say. She's saying, I'm buried down the road beside it. So again, this is very quick. I just thought that was interesting how I was just looking at the Willard Public Library to see how the investigation's going, and I couldn't find them, so I kind of was like, ugh. And then it said that, and I was like, wait, hold up. So here we are. We're back. Maybe a quick part 2. Oh, and she did, again, ask my name, and I was like, my name or her name? I was like, yes, I was been asking your name, and she didn't say it, so I finally said it. I don't know. It could just be coincidence that it said that, but it's a possibility. So a little recap of part 1. I believe she is letting us know that. Okay.
You are supported.
That she maybe kind of remembers getting to the morgue, or obviously when her spirit remembers the morgue, and then maybe she gained a little bit of memory during this time that I did part 1, and she maybe was, or she just finally got the energy to put it through. But I did ask if she was either buried in a potter's field in one of those 349 cemeteries, if she still was in that Humphrey or whatever county of Tennessee, versus maybe being buried by the home that she last lived in. Because we don't know everything about these family members, like the last husband, all that stuff. It's all very bleak on dates. See?
Unknown.
So basically, if you were to have a headstone, it could just say unknown. Or she's letting us know she's truly doesn't know the exact spot, just maybe just letting us know that it's near a road, and it's beside that road, and possibly close to home. Otherwise, there could be a cemetery that was very close to her home too. Maybe, I don't know. Can you light up a
She will touch you.
Okay. Well, hopefully a gentle touch. So Lucy, do you know if there's like a local cemetery that's really close to your last living residence? And that's where you may be buried? Because it just says, I'm buried down the road. Perhaps there's a local cemetery and you're beside it? Hmm. How about this? If it's possible, light up this capel if you're buried close to home. Tap this capel if you are buried in a cemetery in a potter's field with an unknown marking or no marking. And then put this one if you really don't know where you're really buried. So again, close to home, in a potter's field, in one of those cemeteries, maybe near home, and then you really don't know. Is it possible you can light up any of those to respond to the question? And eventually I'm going to have to, message.
Message.
If you have a message, I guess this is your very quick time to do it. I do got to get going. I do have dinner that I need to eat and other things I need to do. Again, I gave you almost a whole hour in part one, and we weren't really getting much out of you. So I'm giving you a quick part two, in case you were trying to really tell us where you're buried. But again, it's like all over the place. It's like, okay, you're buried down the road, beside, again, it could be beside a road, beside the home, or there could be a cemetery down the road that's near the home.
My voice is heard.
Oh, so maybe there's people that hear your voice? Well, you can maybe whisper in that viewer's ears and give her your answer and where you're at. I'm not very good at hearing spirits, unfortunately. But perhaps she is, or he. I don't know if the gender of that person. I believe it's a she. All I have is TB and a bunch of letters and numbers. I was like, TB?
Look out for lights.
Don't know if that means you're going to light up a capel. And it's going to be one of those three that I just asked. Maybe she can finally answer. Again, if she is able to tell us. You remember maybe being buried close to your last residence. Possible a cemetery with a potter's field. Or you really just don't know. You know you were buried, but you don't know where. You could maybe ring the bell if you are...
Busy.
Oh, you're busy? I was going to say, if she wanted to ring the bell, if she maybe was buried, has a marker, but it just says unknown. Hi, Lucy, by the way. Again, my name is Detective Lazaria. We're just trying to, it's not like a cold case, but we're trying to figure out. Oh.
My name is Ronald.
Hey, flashlight spirit. So is Ronald letting me know he's joining in? Oh, get it? Look out for lights. And he's one of the ones that uses a flashlight. Interesting. Unfortunately, he is not in session. He's dormant on my little area up there with all the trinkets. Can't see it, but it's the silvery thingy that's circled by yeah, anyways. All right, well, hi, Ronald. Are you gonna help assist Lucy, maybe? You can tell her how to use these balls again. And how you gain the energy, which is again the 2 lamps, the ceiling light. That's how you gain the energy. And yes, my dad has come home and he's making a bunch of noise downstairs. I do apologize. Can't stop that.
It's so quiet here.
Where I am? Or where you're resting? Well, it is quiet currently in my room besides me chatting away. But it can also be maybe quiet to where she's being located at, being buried at. Because maybe it's not a place where people visit. It could be a small cemetery. A cemetery that's tied to the residency. Basically, sometimes people bury their
Bicycle.
People bury their beloved ones near the homes in a private cemetery. Sometimes marked, sometimes unmarked. I don't know if bicycles were a big thing back then, 1910s, probably not. Let me Google it. Or maybe she's letting us know there's a bicycle that now rests near her place. Let me do a quick search. No, I just have to Google this. Oh, well, I don't know about that.
My death was brutal.
You know what? I remember it said safety. I just typed in were bicycles used in the 1910s. And it says bicycles in the 1910s were known as safety bicycles, featuring that word that I can't pronounce right now. Rubber tires, blah, blah, blah. So, it said earlier, safety. Maybe she was trying to talk about her bicycle that she used to ride. Did you ride a bicycle to get around? Not just a horse, but a bicycle? When you were living, Lucy? You can confirm? With those 2 capos in the back? Unless these ones are easier, but again, oh.
I hit the wall.
I don't know. That sometimes can be random. I'm not sure if her passing was brutal, but maybe that's another spirit. I just assume maybe she, again, with the age that she was, she could have gotten very sick and passed away in her sleep. Yeah, I don't know. like I said in part one, we may never know the true answer to her whereabouts of where she's resting. Even though it's funny how I just entered it, of course, out of the entire hour, didn't get anything, and it's like, oh, by the way, I'm gonna put that there. Really? We'll never know. I think that's the mystery of these unfortunate people. We won't know. All right, I'm going to give you another word or two, but I think I'm going to get going. I think you did your best. Of course.
Watch out, witchcraft.
Mm-hmm. That's probably why I'm going to get going. Although it does kind of look weird with my candles. Maybe it looks like I'm going to be doing witchcraft. I don't know. But I'm not. Yeah. So, Lucy, I gotta. See?
It's someone else.
Okay, that's what I figured. So maybe Lucy has passed, has gone, left the scene. She's like, I told you where I buried. Bye bye. And then somebody else just stepped in and said, oh, I want to talk about my life. So maybe this person that was saying my death was brutal was tied to a bicycle accident. And they hit the wall with their bicycle or their motorbike. Am I getting another spirit, literally, that's haunted?
Haunted.
Yes, there could be a situation where wherever she last resided or where she's buried could very well be haunted. I don't know. Otherwise, yes, I'm also trying to poke at the haunted Willard Public Library where a group of paranormal investigators are investigating currently tonight. Yeah. Also, Haunted Apartment 202 also airs tonight, live. Lots of things happening tonight. Plus a needy dinner. All right. So there you go. I do apologize if there is indeed another spirit that's trying to get my attention, who may have had an incident with a bicycle or a motorbike, hitting a wall, having a brutal passing. I do apologize. But I'm going to be saying a prayer for Lucy. I will just include it being for that one too. All right. This is Detective Lazaria signing out of a quick part 2 of Where is Lucy Buried? All right. Peace, love, and eternity. Bye.